You ever catch yourself just drifting? Like one moment you're sitting there, maybe after a long day, maybe just bored, maybe scrolling for no reason. And the next thing you know, you're lost in your own head. You're imagining things, not real things, not what's in front of you, but a scene, a story, a version of life where everything feels better. You've got the success, the confidence, the admiration. You're sharper, stronger, more wanted, more respected. And for a few seconds it feels good. But then it fades. You come back, and it's still just you. Same place, same life, same to-do list you didn't touch. Here's the truth. Nobody talks about. Your brain doesn't care whether that experience was real, it just rewarded you like it was. That tiny hit of dopamine you just got? It's the same reward you're supposed to feel after doing something meaningful, something hard, something real, but you didn't lift a finger, you just imagined. And the more you do it, the more your brain gets used to winning without working. That's the real danger. Because now, every time you're supposed to take action, some part of you whispers, "Why bother? You already felt good." Over time, that fantasy becomes your favorite place to go. Not because it's useful, but because it's easy. It's safe. There's no rejection in a fantasy. No failure, no risk. Just the perfect outcome on demand. But here's the cost. It rewires your brain to avoid effort, to avoid discipline, to avoid everything that real achievement requires. You begin to crave rewards without process, outcomes without grind. The illusion of progress becomes more appealing than progress itself. And slowly, without even noticing, you turn into someone who lives more in their imagination than in their reality. You're always about to start, always working on it in your head, always one step away from becoming who you could be, but you never do. And it's not because you're lazy or weak. It's because your brain has been hijacked, tricked, trained to settle for cheap wins. And the world around you? It's not helping. Everything is built to reward you instantly. Scroll, click, swipe, escape. It's a system of fast dopamine. And your discipline doesn't stand a chance if you don't know what's happening, if you don't take control. Because here's what they don't teach you. Pleasure without effort trains you to avoid effort. And the more you consume rewards you didn't earn, the more empty your real life begins to feel, the more distant your goals appear. The more exhausting it becomes to do basic things. Not because they're hard, but because your brain is bored by reality. You've been tricked into believing that simulation is enough, that mental rehearsal is just as good as execution, that wanting something really bad somehow replaces the need to chase it. But let me tell you something. You don't build confidence by imagining yourself winning. You build it by showing up when it sucks. By doing the thing when you'd rather quit, by grinding without applause. You build it through friction, through reps, through failure and persistence and silence. The brain isn't evil, it's just efficient. It's trying to save energy. And if you keep giving it dopamine for doing nothing, it'll choose that every time. Because that's the path of least resistance. But the path of least resistance never made anyone proud. There's a reason you feel that low-key shame after another wasted day. There's a reason you wake up tired even after sleeping enough. There's a reason you don't trust yourself anymore when you say, "Tomorrow I'll change." It's because deep down, you know you've been choosing comfort over growth, simulation over sacrifice, dreams over discipline. And the worst part, the fantasy version of you keeps getting sharper, stronger, more perfect. But the real you, he's stuck, watching, always behind the illusion, never catching up. So how do you break out? You stop feeding the fantasy. You stop giving yourself credit for thinking about changing. You stop mistaking daydreaming for discipline. And you get brutally honest. Did I earn this feeling? Or did I simulate it? Did I really act? Or did I just think about acting? Because that moment of awareness, that's the crack in the system. That's where the reset begins. You start small, you move, You interrupt the pattern, stand up, step outside, do 5 push-ups, write 1 sentence, make 1 phone call. It doesn't have to be huge, it just has to be real. Because real action, no matter how small, starts to reverse the damage. It reclaims the dopamine, it retrains your brain to connect effort with reward, it rebuilds your self-respect. Not because you did something extraordinary, but because you finally broke the loop. You finally said, enough. No more fake wins. No more mental trophies. No more invisible progress. Only what's earned. Only what lasts. And over time, something amazing happens. Reality starts to feel better than the fantasy. Not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. Because you built it. Because you bled for it. And that confidence you kept daydreaming about. Now, you actually have it. Because you've seen yourself struggle and still show up, you've watched yourself resist comfort and choose discipline. You've stopped being the spectator, and you've become the main character. That's the shift. That's the moment everything changes, but no one can do it for you. There's no script, no shortcut, no hack that replaces showing up. There's only this moment, right now. Where you choose, keep chasing the simulation or build the version of you that doesn't need it anymore. The one who doesn't dream of strength, but earns it. The one who doesn't imagine winning, but lives it. Let's go.